fight that's coming up. It features a local fighter, DMV veteran, young veteran fighter, I think, and that's Dbesatit Nicholson. And he's in that weight class at 168, and he's been campaigning there for a while. But you're talking about a step up. He has a major step up in opponent, and he gets to take on, I think he's the boogeyman at 168, and that's Edgar Berlanga, whose claim to fame is that he's knocked out all of his opponents in the first round.
Yeah.
All of them.
16-0, 16 KOs, yeah.
16-0, 16 KOs. And I guess, guys, Digital, I'll start with you. You've seen the young man come up through the ranks, particularly in this area and stuff. Just talk to me about his ascension to this fight and how big of a fight it is for him.
Well, he had, Damon had some setbacks, but he overcame them. He lost a bout, I believe, in Philadelphia. That was a tough bout. His last bout, which was a little over a year ago, was a tough bout. It was a 10-round split decision win over Mike Guy over at Live Casino in Hanover, Maryland. Right now, the biggest thing that Damon has to do is make sure he can go past the first round, because nobody else has done that against Edgar Berlanga, the chosen one, Edgar Berlanga. So that's the big thing. And I think one of the keys is that Edgar Berlanga, I don't think he's faced anybody that has the record and has faced some of the competition that Damon has. I'm not saying that Damon is as good as Berlanga. I think Berlanga is a very good chosen star, but I think Damon's experience should help him in this bout and make this bout a lot closer than people thought it would be. I fully expect for Damon to get past the first round. What happens after that remains to be seen. I don't know. But I think Damon just has to really kind of bear down in this one. He's been pretty successful now that he's been under Kenny Ellis and Calvin Ford, so that may help him. But we'll see, because I think the biggest thing right now is for him to go past the first round. And once he gets over that stigma, we'll see what happens later on after that.
Being a Maryland native, I have, in my heart, I want to see Damon do very well in this fight. I think that Digital is right on point with his assessment about what Damon Nicholson has to do, in terms of getting past, that hurdle, if you will, of first round knockouts that Berlanga has managed to compile so far in his career. But I also think that like Digital had pointed out, I think that Damon's going to bring a level of experience to their meeting that maybe Berlanga is not really accustomed to, and may not have as much of an answer as he might think he has as it relates to how to deal with somebody like that. I'm hoping that Damon Nicholson does well. It'll be interesting to see what happens. I'm like Digital as well. I fully expect him to get past that first hurdle, but what happens behind that is going to be the question, like Digital said, that has to be answered. And I think he's got a good shot.
We've seen fighters over the years, I'm not going to say gimmick, but they have the thing. And so the thing with Berlanga is, this incredible knockout streak that he has going on. To be such a young fighter, to have that kind of streak that's very noteworthy, very newsworthy, catches your eye and sort. In your experience, you've seen these guys like this before. You've seen these kind of, shooting star kind of boxers and stuff. What do you think that Nicholson has to do other than make it past the first round to beat this guy?
Well, we saw with Mike Tyson. He had all knockouts until he met up with James Quick Tillis. And Quick Tillis outboxed him early to stay alive and keep from getting knocked out. He lost a unanimous decision, but he went the distance. So he kind of had the blueprint for how you're supposed to fight Mike Tyson. Now, my perspective for Nicholson and Berlanga is totally different. I don't think that Damon needs to try to outbox this guy. I think he needs to go in there first round and deliver some nuclear shots to see if Berlanga can take them, because we haven't seen that before. So come out with guns blazing. You're expected to get knocked out, be perfectly honest, because ESPN and the boxing cognoscent, they want this story to continue. All right, so meaning Nicholson can change that entire narrative by going in there and putting the pedal to the metal, delivering some shots early. If he gets caught, if he gets knocked out, so be it. So I'm saying make it Hagler Hearns from the start, and chips fall where they may. They'll bring them back because they want exciting bouts. So that's my take.
You think Berlanga would be expecting that in terms of a tactic from the Nicholson camp?
Because most people want to get out of that first round.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So this is the element of surprise. Let's see if you can take my shot. And Nicholson has power.
Yes, he does.
Right.
So yes, he does.
That's how I would approach it personally. Mm-hmm.